Hey guys, it's Rebecca Oberstadt. So I'm going to do a really quick look today. Yesterday I did a video on my Ipsy glam bag and what I got in it. And I did get a cream powder, a cream and powder highlight, and a cream eyeshadow and an eyeliner. So I'm going to be incorporating those today in my look. I'm wearing white pants and a purple top, but my socks are like turquoise and like purple, so I'm going to try and do like a green purple look instead. And I have three different things from City Color. So I got the blush first, and then I got the contour palette, and then just got the cream highlight Saturday. So I'm going to start with the cream powder highlight first before I put any powder on. I've already done my skincare. I'm not going to wear any foundation because I'm still letting my face heal. So I'm going to try using that same synthetic brush that I used yesterday in my video. It has been washed. I washed it last night. It's got a couple little dry hairs at the top that usually, this is what I do. I take my hair cutting shears and I just go bloop and they're gone. I don't really worry about them too much. So let's see how this works with no foundation on, because yesterday it pulled all of the foundation off my face. It's very subtle. And of course the lights in here are very bright, but it is showing up. Back up away from some of the lights. It's just very, very pale, which, you know, is fine, especially with me not wearing, you know, like makeup today. I'm going to try and build up. I've got to be somewhere before 6:30 because the place closes at 6:30 and it's like 5:45 right now and it's only a few minutes down the road. All right. And there is another highlight shade. I'm going to lightly tap into that and see if I can go over this. Because yesterday it was like way too dark when I applied it. It's a little bit better. I just got to be really light-handed with it. That's a little better. All right. And because I have a very short forehead, I don't want too much contour on my forehead. I'm trying to make this area wider and this area wider because my face is basically all one shape. I mean, granted, my cheekbones do stick out, but not as predominantly. You know, if I had more of a heart-shaped face, my cheekbones would be a little bit wider, but my face is more or less oblong. Now my jaw does kind of cut a little bit. So I have a little bit of dimension on my face, but not much. And I think that was way too much blush on this side. I usually do that. You always end up with a little bit too much blush on one side versus the other. And I tell you what, for a $5 blush trio, and these really, they're the sample sizes, so they're like half the size of a normal size. They do pack some punch. So I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me just a little bit. And try and tone some of that down. just with whatever I can pick up off the... Alright, there's not a whole lot left in there, so there was some powder and a little puff I put in there. Holy bunch of blush. Alright, that might work. I don't mind being rosy, but I don't want to look like somebody that needs to be standing on the street corner either. Okay, so I'm going to use a combination of the BH Cosmetics eyeshadow primers. This is Bisque, and because I'm going to be using a cream pigment mostly on my lid that's a shimmer, I'm going to use Veil on my eyelid. And this brush, I don't really know what happened to it. I washed it. This is a Bow G-A-C-H-I-S. It's the same people that make my beauty blender. But when I washed it, all the hairs came out of the ferrule, and like I've got a bunch of like uneven spots on it. And this is a concealer brush, but I don't really use it for concealer. I've tried, it just doesn't work that well for me. It's a nice synthetic brush though, which is why I like using it for things like this. It's a cream product. And now I'm going to go in with Veil. I'm just going to flip the brush over, and this is an iridescent, this is a lighter color. And since I have product on this side, I'm just going to flip it over and put Veil all over my lid. And even if I wasn't gonna like do much with makeup, you could easily get away with just putting this on your eye, and the nice little shimmer that it gives is enough to, you know, you put it on. You don't even need to set it. I've got a crease right here on my eyelid. If you look, see the fold? I don't have to worry about this product like creasing on me or getting stuck in that fold on my eyelid. So you can set it or you don't have to set it. It's really up to you. Now, I'm going to be using the Coastal Scents Revealed palette, but because it doesn't really have a neutral matte shade, this is the Maybelline The Nudes palette. And I know a lot of people don't like this palette, but it works for what I need. And when I didn't have any makeup palettes, this is what I used. I had individual shadows that were in a magnetic compact, and then I ended up having a friend buy me this one and the blush nudes as well. And they're like 10 bucks at Walmart. So I wasn't going to complain. I wasn't paying for it. My friend paid for it. So I was kind of happy. Now I'm going to be doing a purple look. So instead of doing like a flat brown, which would be this shade, I'm going to mix this shade with this one here, which is a purple. And I'm going to go in. This is an Essence blending brush. And I always tap here first, and then I go in with my color because I want the darkness out here because I've got very close set eyes. So I want the majority of the pigment out here. And for those of you that have either hooded eyes or close set eyes, I've got both. One of my eyes is more hooded than the other. If you look, I carry my eyeshadow all the way up onto my brow bone instead of putting it here where my actual crease is. That way I've got color further up because I've got quite a bit of eyelid space to work with from, you know, my lash line to my brow bone. Now my lid space, I don't have a whole lot of before my crease. So I try and make use of what space I've got from my crease to my brow bone and put color higher up instead of, you know, in the actual crease. And I just try and make them look as even as possible. And I go back over it several more times anyways. So now I'm going to go in with this like plummy frosted shade right here. And this is just a little flat blending brush. Well, it's kind of like a shader brush. I'm going to pack that right on the outside V and then carry it right into that actual natural crease that I have. I'm going to carry the color all the way in, but I'm leaving like the front half of my eye open. And if you ever notice, like right along your lash line, that you don't get a lot of product, just go back over it with your brush. I have the same problem where, for whatever reason, it's like eyeshadow kind of skips that area. So I'm going to put that down for a minute. I'm going to come back in with my blending brush with no extra color on it and just kind of blend the crease out. Now I'm going to take my Maybelline Master Fix and spray this Veramona. This is a little packer brush. I'm going to spray the tip of that to get it wet, because I noticed that yesterday when I used the Hikari cream pigment, it didn't seem to have a lot of color payoff. So I wanted to get as much color payoff as possible with this shadow. So I've coated my brush pretty good. And I'm going to come in on the front part of my eye and just kind of put that all over the front half. And if it covers up the purple, that's fine. That was kind of what I was going for. And I'm lightly grabbing here, here, and here, and like pulling just to smooth out that wrinkle I've got right there in my lid. And with the same brush, I'm going to take this color and just kind of like run the tip of it along. And I'm going to run that right along the very front part of my eyelash, the bottom lash line. And I'm noticing, unless I like really dig into it, you don't get a whole lot of product on the brush. And just poke myself in the eye. How many times when you're doing your makeup do you ever end up stabbing yourself in the eye with a brush or an eyeliner? Because it seems like it never fails. No matter what I'm doing, I always end up doing one or the other or both. All right, I'm going to come in with this gold shade right here and do my inner corner and my brow bone. Even though I haven't done anything with my brows yet, I will. And then I'm going to go back to that same brush and that purple shade, and I'm just going to run it over where that line was for the green. And I'm not picking up much shadow at all. I just want to kind of like marry those two lines together. That should be fine. All right, I'm going to use this little ColourPop eyebrow product. It's a nice little brow pencil, and I think they're like $5, maybe $6. Most prices have gone up since I got this. And I always brush mine up once I put the color in. And then I get up close and I look and see if there's any spots that I missed. But you figure I'm like 3 feet away from the mirror right now. And there's a spot right here that I missed. And even though all the lettering and stuff is basically worn off, I think this was dark brown. And I'm going to run over that from, this is the Cella Eyebrow Gel. And it doesn't leave your brows like crunchy feeling, which is nice. It's like mascara for your eyebrows, but it doesn't feel like you're wearing hairspray in them. Like you can still touch them and move them if you need to. If you get like a crazy hair or something. Which is nice. And it's not too like wet. It takes just a couple of seconds to dry. All right, now I'm going to take the Tarte's Sex Kitten liner that I got in my Ipsy bag. And I'm just going to do kind of like a tight line, but not exactly a tight line. I'm going to get as close to my lash line on top of my lid as possible. And I have a mole right here on my eye, so I always have to get really close and look and see if I've got it covered. I love how soft this liner is. And for the bottom waterline, this is from Maybelline. This is Moonlight Purple. This is the Lasting Drama Light Liner. And it's like this lavender shade. And I love how soft this is. You can actually touch your eye with it and it doesn't hurt. But the color goes on your waterline like super easy, but it doesn't run off. And I've got really dry eyes that seem to like water really easy. And, oops, I just got mascara all over the counter when it fell over. Oh, it's got a rounded top, that's why. But one time I stare at these things. I'll tell you why in just a second. I always do bottom mascara first. I just realized I got purple underneath my eye. I guess I'll put my mascara down and do it. And this is the Make It Forever Excessive Lash Mascara. It's a little tester that I got in an Ipsy bag. Now, once I put my mascara on, I then come back with a regular spoolie. Because I cannot stand clumpy lashes. I can't stand that spider lash look. And I do coat the top of my lashes with mascara because my eyelashes are blonde on the end. And it just makes sure that I've got enough coverage on my lashes. And on this side, I accidentally clumped my lashes together. And I come in from the top for the top lashes, and I just spin the spoolie, and what it does is it grabs your lashes, and it like separates them for you. And I'm really good at getting mascara where it doesn't belong. Now, some people will say let it dry and then come back in and try and fix it. I try and get it while it's wet, and I just put a Q-tip on it and then just spin it. And it seems to get the mascara off without a big deal. And I got mascara on my counter. Thankfully, it's not a waterproof or water-resistant mascara. Like 1 drop of water, my mascara would run. Okay, so with the lash curler, I grab it and then I tilt it forward because I've seen a bunch of different ways to use a lash curler. But if you grab it at the very base of your lashes and then tip it up, it gives the entire lash from the root up a tilt upwards. And then I usually release and then go halfway up and then clamp it and then tilt and then towards the tips and then do the same thing. So I'm doing it 3 different times in order to get the curl that I get in my lashes. Alright, now that my eyelashes are dry, because I can feel them not sticking together anymore, I'm going to grab that purple and run it under my lash line. And if you want the shimmer and the purple to pop, you can always get your brush wet and do it that way as well. I wanted the purple to be a little bit more muted than the green. I wanted the green to stand out. Now for lip color, I'm going to go in, this is a Clinique lip color in Love Pop. It's like a pinky pearl. Okay, that might be way too bright for what I'm wearing. Oh, I have it with. Oh, this looks like a copper color. It's called Venus. Okay, that's not quite as bright anymore. I think if I was wearing a different shirt and had more makeup on, I think that color would be fine. Back up against the wood. You can kind of see the highlight. Definitely see it on my nose and up here where I let it just touch my lipstick. Turn around and see if the light hits it. There you go. You can see it better there. Anyways, this is me. This is my me eye look. This is my eye look. Purple and green. With a hint of brown and gold. And then the lip color. Now what's left is to take the mane down. Gotta grab a different color hair tie because this one's hot pink. I have hot pink and blue in the drawer. Found a purple one. There is the finished look. And let's see. And I will make it just in time to get there. So I will see you guys in my next video. Again, my name is Oberstadt. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Everything that I used on my face will be linked in the description bar and places to where you can buy them and how much they cost. If you have any questions, again, you can reach out to me in my comments, and I will see you in the next video. If you're not already a subscriber and you would like to be, then click the subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. If you want to be notified every time I post a new video, then click the little bell icon next to the subscribe button. And hopefully you're having a great day or night wherever you are. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.